All right, we did this a little bit before, but we'll do it again. So, all right, so tell everybody your name.
I'm Marshall Bennett.
And tell them how they can get a hold of you.
Yeah, I'm at Eternal Tattoos in East Point, Michigan. You hit me up social media or call the shop.
What's your Instagram or your...
Instagram's just Marshall Bennett. Face World is, I think, Marshall Lynn Bennett. I don't know. I'm with Eternal Tattoos. You know, my email is marshalltattoo@aol.com.
Okay.
Yeah, AOL still exists.
All right, and how long you been tattooing?
Tattooing about 22 years, going on 23.
Okay, and you said you got started a little bit later in the game?
Yeah, I didn't start till I was like about 36, 37 years old.
Okay. Yeah, I started around 27, so I started a little bit late. Some people started.
That's late, yeah.
Yeah.
Now they're coming out of high school.
Yeah, they immediately. But I think that helps, though, because you get kind of like, you know what it's like to have a real job, and you really appreciate
Get a
it.
work ethic, yeah.
Yeah. I remember the first time I worked at a real shop, in one day I made my rent. I was like, I can't fucking believe it. Yeah. But so you worked at Eternal, and you worked with some of the big names at the time, and that really helped bring your game up.
Sure did, man. I had not a great apprenticeship, but when I relocated and I was lucky enough to get in with Eternal Tattoos. Immediately I was put in the shop with Bob Tyrell, who everybody knows. He's grown into his own. Tom Renshaw helped us both out a lot. Who's a legend in the industry. Jay Wheeler, Squeeze. A lot of my favorite artists have come out of Eternal Tattoos in Michigan. So I'm pretty fortunate. And getting with better artists immediately up to my game. Even though, people thought I had something going on, but I was a big fish in a little pond. Until I got in with better artists and made a big difference.
Right. That makes all the difference because it just makes you better.
Well, yeah. And I always thought I was really slow until I got with some of my
heroes. Bob was super slow.
And found out how long it takes him for a point. And I said, yeah, I ain't that slow after all.
Well, I learned a very important thing off of Bob. Like, I remember that, I felt like if you spent too long on a piece, people would be like, oh, why are you taking so long? And then, so I remember having a customer who's like, I want to book with Bob. I was like, oh, that's great, I'll do a great piece, but just so you know, it's going to take a while. They're like, I don't care. So people more care about how good the piece is. Yeah.
How good his stuff ages, man.
Yeah.
I try to tear him apart, but I can't. He's one of the best in the industry, right?
Okay. And you were saying that Tom Renshaw was the guy that kind of helped nudge you and Tom?
Yeah.
Or you and Bob?
Helped us both out a lot, man. We've both been tattooed by him, but working with him, picking his brains, watching him, conventions with him. Just an outspoken guy and interested in sharing and helping people. And he's done a lot for me, man. And besides confidence, somebody like that and faith in me, been a big thing for this whole farmer,
I noticed that tattooing is a lot bigger now. Like it used to be. I remember, you were on the opposite side of the country from me, but I remember when I started tattooing, it was a struggle to talk people into getting a decent sized tattoo. Everybody wanted these little tiny tattoos they could hide. Now people are like, yeah, I want to get my neck tattooed. Have you noticed the same thing? Like, has the trend kind of gone the same for you?
Yeah, more extreme, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And it's good, But I'm from the old school too. I'll still do your little quirky tattoos.
Your little
Put
banger.
my heart into it.
Yeah.
Because it means a lot to these people that are getting it. But I'm like any other artist. We like to do what we love to do, and we like to do more pieces we can sink our teeth into, and excel and show a little bit of ourselves. Because with every tattoo we do, a little piece of us walks out that door with it, man. We give a big part of us. It's part of the gig, man.
Right. So, and you still love it? Because there's some people that get burned out and they just fucking do it for money. That's all they do.
Yeah, I do still love it. Still love it. I'm pretty sure I walked that fine line of being burned out because I work a lot more than any of my guys in the shop. It's just my nature. I do love what I do, so you got to be careful. You're working all the time and you love what you do, so you don't realize it. You're pulling so many hours, consecutive days on end. You can burn out without realizing it. And then one day it just becomes a struggle and you just want to get through.
Do you do little stuff and big stuff? Do you mainly do big stuff?
I'm going to have to say I do mostly medium-sized stuff, but I do both.
Okay.
People are really fond of my work and are really nice people. Not really crazy about the money. Who don't love money, but I'll do your little quirky tattoo and put my heart into it. If you don't mind waiting on my wait list.
Right.
I'm not above doing anything because it's still a service industry.
Right.
There's a lot of rock stars.
But it's not necessarily walk-ins, but it's like,
All
maybe the mom of somebody you tattooed and they love the tattoo and they're like, I'd love to get tattooed by you, but you just want a name.
Yeah.
You're like, okay.
Yeah, personally I'll do it, and yeah, you're right, man.
Yeah. Was it really crazy for you in the beginning? Because I noticed it seems to have kind of mellowed out. People just take it as like a regular job now. And when I started, it was like, oh, you do that thing? Like, nobody took it seriously, and there was a lot of feedback, a lot of people,
For
they
sure.
thought you were from Satan.
Oh yeah, and I always get this set. So, this is your regular job. This is your only job.
Yeah.
I said, believe it or not, yeah.
Yeah.
And we've been lucky, man. You don't realize it's a good gig now.
But I remember back then, at least when I started, it was, people thought it was like a side job, a hobby,
Exactly.
and a lot of people looked down on it. They're like, I remember somebody, when I got my first tattoo, before I even tattooed, they're like, why would you do that to your body? But that was kind of like the general attitude. Now it's like people judge whether or not it's good.
Oh yeah. Everybody's an expert too. Because of social media and those really famous tattoo shows.
Right. And the funny thing is, it seems like the best people are never the ones on the show.
You're right.
So the people that think are awesome, like occasionally, like Shane Neal is good. He's really good. But that's kind of rare. So there are people, and I won't mention any names because I don't want to be a hater, but there are people that are blown up by social media, and you're like, they're just kind of mediocre. If you want real talent, those people, a lot of them won't even go on the show.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's all marketability, man. It's all what's sellable, and if you ain't got a story, I don't know. I can't say too much either because I'm not a hater. And it is what it is. But I agree, man. The best out there ain't on the shows.
Right.
It's all reality TV. There's not always a whole lot of reality.
Well, I remember there was Megan Massacre, she wasn't working at Deep Six anymore when I was there, but they were shooting one of those tattoo fixing shows like America's Worst Inc. or whatever. And I remember when the person came in, and they interviewed, she talks to the person and she goes, oh, hi, my name is Megan. They go, oh, we didn't get the right light, can you do it again? They explains what he wants, and then they come out and they go, you didn't explain it right, can you please use it? So every step along the way. And I remember we were all laughing at the shop, and there were, the producer leaned over and he was like, there's no such thing as reality TV. So do you think it's like a mixed bag? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad?
Hey, that's a tough question to answer. Reality TV you're talking about?
Yeah.
The only reality TV that
Not
exists,
reality TV, but the reality tattoo shows. It's made it more accessible, but at the same point,
it's made it a household
all of a sudden the
name.
IRS goes, oh wait, you make some money.
Oh, word, dude, and that's a whole different topic to talk about there. Coalition safety. But yeah, you're right, man. It's made it a household name, and it's more acceptable and all that. But anything very cool kind of gets over-saturated, over-popular, becomes mainstream, kind of gets watered down. So you got to be selective. Do your own research, know what you're getting, and know your artists. Social media don't tell the whole story, nor does reality TV. Yeah, I feel the same way. It's a double-edged
Air quotes
sword.
reality TV.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword to touch on them topics.
But overall, do you think it's been good for the industry? Like, it's made it a little more acceptable?
Definitely for the industry as a whole.
So take it with a grain of salt, but overall, it's been pretty good.
It's a double-edged, man. There's negatives with everything. The thing is that it's reality TV. And I'm never going to be on that show, so I can say this. The thing is that they want to amp up your attitudes. Somebody asked me how they could get on there. I said, I have nothing to do with reality TV. I said, wait a minute. If you get one of them Skype interviews, you start being arrogant and telling me to tattoo circles around everybody on that show combined on your worst day. And then you start crying about something. Bring tears out.
Then
I bet you'll get a call back.
Yeah.
Just a hunch. I don't know nothing about
if you
it.
have the drama.
And no disrespect to the reality TV world.
Yeah.
The only real reality TV we're on right now, and that's the security cameras we don't know about.
Yeah, well, probably the government, yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Big Brother's got some reality.
Big Brother's watching us. Yeah. It's fucking crazy. You go on like Google or Facebook, and the thing you were talking about, on Amazon suddenly pops up on Facebook. Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're getting emails about it, advertisements coming through your social media.
It's fucking
I was just
crazy.
talking about refinance of my home, or
And all of a sudden you see ads for like the people who do it. Yeah, it's kind of
Sometimes
weird.
not even online, just talking. You know, you wonder about our technology. We're getting way off.
Well, sorry, do you have any projects you're working on? Anything you're doing right now?
Yeah, some I can't say because it's business oriented.
Okay.
I don't want to say anything in advance. So we try.
Right. Okay.
And same thing, trying to up my game. And respect for the new community of tattoo artists, man. We complain a lot about it. There's a lot of killer talent out there. Sometimes these kids tattoo in 3-4 years,
Yeah.
blowing my mind. So,
Yeah, they're amazing. Yeah.
yeah.
I remember seeing Nick Baxter after being tattooing for 3 years. You're like, holy fuck.
Yeah, what's his name from Michigan? Come on, man.
I'm just a camera guy.
Works with Arlo.
Okay. I don't know. I know Arlo is, but
From Michigan, and I'd like to pitch him because he's a great dude, too humble, respectful, and he's one of the new breed that's killing it.
okay.
Anyway, yeah, there's so much good talent out there, so I'm trying to up my game and stay up because it's still changing fast, still growing.
Right.
This bubble, I don't know, you know Lyle's theory. It's going to burst eventually, but right now it's still growing. It's still getting named, a lot of recognition.
Yeah, well, I think
There's
if you
no
stop
limits.
growing, you start dying.
Yeah, well, the industry's whole, and there's no limits in tattoos. But wow, years when we started, that can't be turned into a tattoo. We got to do it a different
All
way.
the time.
Now, man, with the super realists and the top of the food chain, Jason Bushman, I can't throw David Vega, guys like that. They're
The
killing
only thing I gotta say is some of that stuff I wonder how it's gonna look in a few years.
some of it.
'Cause it looks-
Nobody knows.
Yeah, that's true, because it's never been done before. There's some of it, like doing white highlights over top of color, like,
Scary.
that,
I
yeah,
never had the balls to do that.
yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be there. But anyways, thank you, Marshall.
My pleasure, man. Thank you for having me on.
Talk to you next time.
You too.